Good afternoon. This is Charlie Zeiss with Only PVC Pyramids. It's been just about a year since I first put my website up to the public on a permanent basis to sell Russian geometry pyramids, and what a year it's been. I cannot believe that, or could not have believed a year ago, that I would have been so far along in defining not only the geometry of the pyramid that I'm selling and learning about its sacred geometry, but also this next very major step forward in improving the product itself and enhancing its functionality, its price, its durability, and the variety of selection that you're going to have going forward for these pyramids. So what's happened, the good news for me in the month since we did the talk out at Conscious Life Expo and brought about for the first time what we believe is the sacred geometry of these pyramids. I'm really happy to report that in that 30 days since the conference, I was able to sell more pyramids than I had in the previous year combined. So thanks to you all, this has been a great success. And I think a lot of that has to do with the attention that I put into the geometry and the science behind these pyramids. However, the next thing that we want to do is to make these pyramids even more functional and viable. And so we've been working hard to do that. And we have a lot of very positive things that we want to talk to you about today. And in fact, there's so many positive things that are going on that this morning I shut down the website. You will not be able to order pyramids from us until I get this exciting new news about these pyramids out to the general public and get details surrounding all of these wonderful changes onto the website and out for public dissemination. So the first thing that we want to talk about today and the driving force behind these changes is a discovery or an inspiration that I had about 10 days ago. And that was actually based on an idea that kind of came to me from the universe. I'd been looking for ways to improve the base connectors of my pyramid because they really didn't function quite as well as I'd like. They were geometrically accurate, but they didn't hold the pipes in place like I had hoped. And actually, a client in Florida called me up and we talked about it. She actually went out to Home Depot and bought some pieces and sent me a picture with an idea which, although it didn't work in and of itself, gave me the inspiration for what we're going to talk about today. And so essentially what I've been able to do, my supplier of PVC pipe is C&S Plastics in Winter Haven, Florida. Great people to work with. And I went online after seeing this idea and came up with a suggestion as to how that, came up with a demonstration as to how that could actually work. And in summary, rather than using a traditional 90-degree angle at the corners of each of the pyramids, I realized that I could actually put together what I'm now calling a corner assembly on each corner of the pyramid. And what that would do, it uses two 45-degree angles rather than one 90-degree. And in the middle of those two 45-degree angles, I can put what's called a T in at the perfect angle to go up and act as a connector for the vertical or edge piece of the pyramid. And as you can see on this diagram that I've got up now, this is a diagram of what this thing looked like, on the back of a napkin 2 weeks ago. And I called up C&S, I told them what I wanted. They sent me some sample pieces, and I put one together earlier this week. And that's what all of this is based upon. And we're going to go through a lot of the views of what that actually entails. So what we have here is a much better fit at the bottom, and you're going to see that demonstrated. And the functionality is improved tremendously compared to the connectors that I had made 2 years ago on a proprietary basis. But if you look at the first view here, you'll see a view of the base itself, all four corners. you can see each of the edges is now taken up by one of these corner assemblies that I was talking about, with two 45-degree angle piece fittings, and also the T in between those two 45-degree pieces. And then next picture, there's a view of the corner assembly itself close up, and you can see how all the pieces fit together. Now the next view is a view of the pieces all put together, except before we put the apex top piece onto the pyramid. And you can see that all of the pieces lie down nicely and neatly. They're tightly held together, and it's going to make it so much easier for you to put this pyramid together, because all you have to do is kind of pull those up one by one and stick them into the top of the apex piece. And I've got to tell you, now that we are doing this this way, it is a much, much simpler process to put your pyramid together than it was before. So, you know, not only is this a better fit and functionality, as you can see on the next page, this pyramid is very easy to pick up and move around. I know that my previous connectors were sometimes challenging to hold the pyramid together when you wanted to pick it up and move it or vacuum under it and so forth. So you can see this pyramid, also the connectors are lighter, so the whole assembly is lighter, but it stays together. You can pick it up, move it around with ease. So a much, much better approach to that problem. Now the next thing to also make sure that you understand, the slant angle on this pyramid has not changed. It's still 76.345 degrees. The bottom has changed slightly to accommodate this 45-degree T connector that we've got, as you've seen before. But one of the big advantages that this now has, we're going to have consistency and can have consistency among the pipe and among the connectors themselves. And C&S Plastics actually carries 11 and possibly 12 different colors for this pyramid that we can make out of. And these are all colors where they make both the pipe and the connectors out of these same colors. So, you know, we'll go through these through the chart that's on the page now. We've got white, gray, bone, black, bronze, red, orange, yellow, blue, green, and purple, and actually possibly even pink. I'm not sure about that at this point. So we've got just a ton of colors that are going to be available, maybe not all immediately, but we're going to try to get as many of these colors up and available to you as soon as possible. Because I know a lot of you are interested in possibly using these over chairs, and we're going to talk about that here in a minute. And possibly in addition to your bedroom, putting them out in your living room. And so we're going to want to have that ability for you to have as nice a chair that's going to meet your design needs as possible going forward. Now, we've already tested the energies on these pyramids, new pyramids, and they are energetically equal, if not possibly even slightly better than the existing configuration. It might be a little bit better because, as those of you who have read and listened to my torsion physics videos before, actually a cone is probably a preferable and more powerful passive torsion generator than a pyramid. And by rounding the base a little bit, it seems to maybe even have a slight positive benefit. So there's no need to be concerned about that. Also, with respect to colors, we're going to be testing all of the colors before we present those out to the public to make sure that these are not colors that seem to damage but only enhance potentially the energy of these pyramids. Last but not least, this is going to reduce the cost of the connectors. And that lower cost is due both to the ability to use stock pieces for the base connectors that are being supplied by C&S Plastics, and also due to the fact that a big hunk of the very labor-intensive component of building these pyramids is going to be taken away because we don't have to make these base connectors by hand anymore. So we're really excited about these advantages. Now moving on, now that we're doing that, we're also obviously, as we said, going to be able to provide you with pipe colors of your choice. And that's going to provide, again, up to 11, possibly 12 different colors. It's going to allow you to match your pyramid to your room decor. And possibly even, this is a question mark, something for further research, but we'll certainly want to look at the color therapy aspects of this from a research standpoint going forward. Now, with respect to the top connectors, those are going to stay the same temporarily. They're currently available in white, and they are going to soon be available in black and bronze. We're also going to have orgonite and crystal options coming soon. We've got someone who's testing now to use our existing molds to make orgonite capstones for these pyramids. And all of these will eventually be interchangeable products, so that if you decide, for example, to buy a pyramid today with a white connector, well, you can change it, buy a new black or orgonite or bronze later, and it'll be able to fit just as the other one did. So all, again, very, very positive impacts. Now, one thing that I also want to go over is the impact of the somewhat wider base that's on the base of this pyramid, and what it's allowing us in terms of space inside the pyramid for seating. You see on the next page here a picture of the Poang chair. I did a separate video on that, and there's a picture of the Poang chair sitting inside the newly configured pyramid. And then you're going to see two more pictures, one kind of a lower profile of me sitting in the pyramid. A lot of people from the last video were interested in seeing what my feet and the bottom of the pyramid look like. So that's a picture of the lower half of my torso. And then secondly, a picture with the upper part of my torso in the pyramid itself. And then secondly, a lot of people have also called and asked about being able to use this while they work. So I thought I would take a typical desk chair and show you what that looks like under the pyramid. This isn't a huge one, but it's not a small one. This is a normally sized padded desk chair that we have around the house. I put it inside the pyramid, and there you can see me sitting. This is a little bit higher up than the Poang chair. And for those of you as well who might have a little bit more difficulty getting down into a lower chair like a Poang, this gives you some idea of the ability to sit in a chair that's a bit more upright, such as one that you use at your desk. So going back to our outline, we've talked about the pipe colors and the top connectors. I didn't show you a picture of the black connector that we've developed, and so I'm showing you that now, just to give you an idea of what that's going to look like going forward. And again, we'll have bronze and other opportunities for other top connectors available here shortly. We're also going to be expanding into other enhancements for the pyramids going forward. I've already figured out, a lot of people are asking about other enhancements such as crystal and sand. I got a bag of aqua quartz, and I'm going to be testing that real shortly. I can already tell you, if for those of you who want to try this, put objects inside the tubes. Number 8 corks are the right solution. You can put those in, bang them in with a rubber hammer. They'll never come out, and you can stuff these pipes full of sand or other objects that you might wish to, and it's never going to come out. We're going to check out shungite and other options as well. And finally, with respect to this overall product, we're looking forward to eventually being able to essentially let you customize your own pyramid. And that can be differing colors of pipe coupled with differing colors of the corner assemblies, and also different top connectors. So we're envisioning lots of options here aesthetically going forward. Now, with respect to scalability as well, one of the limitations that I had with the 3/4 inch pipes that I have is that they were unable to really support much above 10 feet. I tried making cross braces, and that really was not an adequate solution. In fact, we're not going to be selling the cross braces going forward because we are able now to scale both stock pipe and the bottom corner assemblies up to 1.5 inches with the C&S product line. Now, what it's going to mean, that's going to allow us to build taller pyramids, certainly much taller than room height. The one thing that we're going to have to figure out, and more research to come, is how to scale or to develop a top connector option, short of actually having to build this with a some sort of an injection mold or custom mold. So we're going to check into possibly machining options, that sort of thing, and see what we can do for those of you who are looking to scale up in size. But everything else other than that top piece is available to us now. And finally, in terms of fulfillment of the product, we are currently in negotiations to find a new fulfillment organization. We're in discussions. I hope to be able to announce this very quickly, that that's going to be up and running, and it should be up and running soon. It's going to result in much greater accuracy of the product that's produced, and also reduce the lead times necessary to receive your product. I know that a lot of you have had to wait some periods of time for fulfillment over the last 30 days or so. And all of this should ultimately allow for lower prices, as I'm able to get fulfillment that's not only faster, but more cost effective. So the bottom line here is we're going to have enhanced beauty, functionality, color choices, scalability, energetics, and value. And it's all going to be at a lower cost. Now, we're going to be implementing this as quickly as possible, but I wanted to take this opportunity to shut the website down. The last thing I want to do is to continue to sell pyramids, which I know are going to be replaced right away. I literally only yesterday determined the proof of concept with the pyramid, and I've been working on this since yesterday to get these photos and this video up and running for you. But I didn't want any people to feel like they were being shortchanged going forward, and I wanted to announce this and hold off sales until I can announce it to everyone going forward. So be on the lookout. We're going to be putting videos up as we start to reintroduce our products, and we look forward to the feedback that we get from you on this new concept. Please feel free to call me or contact me, onlypvcpyramids@yahoo.com, with any comments about what you've heard today. Also, call me, 412-474-3481. As always, we thank you for watching. Please tell your friends about Only PVC Pyramids. Subscribe to our channel. And as always, thank you for watching, and you have a great day.